Now this week I have planned a really lovely glam evening festive type look, which is perfect for your Christmas or New Year's Eve parties that are coming up. So let's get started. So as some of you may know, I always like to start with my eyes just in case of any fallout, so I can just clear it up after I've done my eyeshadow. So I'm just going to start by prepping my eyes with MAC's Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. And this is just going to wash out the colour on my lids. I like using my finger for this just because I can spread it really nicely and evenly and it's not too cakey on my eyes. I also use my ring finger just so that it's a bit more gentle on my eyes and a bit less pressure. Next, I'm going to take my Urban Decay Naked 2 palette and I'm just going to take the shade Tease over here on my Sigma E35 blending brush. I'm just going to take this through the crease and a bit above it, really lightly, just buffing it in. Now we're just going to warm up that crease colour. We're going to take Swiss Chocolate by MAC just on the same brush and take it through the crease again. On the same brush, I'm just taking Sumptuous Olive by MAC, which is a beautiful olivey green shade. With this, we just want to take it only in the crease, just below where we put those brown tones before, and really buff it and blend it in. Next, on my MAC 239 brush, I'm going to take the eyeshadow Smut, which is a really lovely grey shade. It's different from your usual black smoky eye, but still a really lovely effect. Now I'm only taking this on one side of the brush to avoid any fallout, and I'm just taking this on the outer corners and brushing it in and patting it. You just want to take this on the inner corners as well. And then going back to our blending brush that we used earlier, you just want to blend it all into the crease. For a smoky eye, it's so important that everything is really well blended and there's no harsh lines. If you lose the intensity of the grey, just go back over it again, just to layer it and then blend over it again. Now for the fun bit, I'm going to take MAC's Reflex Antique Gold pigment, which is beautiful and glittery and it's perfect for your glamorous party look. And I'm just going to take that on my MAC 215 brush and I'm just going to spray it first with my Fix Plus. If you don't have this, a good alternative is to use contact lens solution, and it's also a cheaper option. So we're just going to dip it into our pigment. I'm going to put some on the back of my hand. And it turns into a type of liquid form. And we're just going to press it in the centre. As you can see, it's really glammed up the look just by adding a little bit of glitter. Perfect for an evening look. This is a really good example where you might get some fall down if you were to use it without the spray. I'm going to go back to the 239 that I was using earlier and that Smut eyeshadow, and I'm just going to go back over and intensify it. Next, I'm going to take another 239 brush because my other one is dirty, and I'm going to take the shade Foxy in the Naked 2 palette, and I'm just brushing that under my brow bone. I've chosen something quite matte because the rest of the eye is very shimmery. I'm now going to move on to my face, and I've already moisturised and primed it with my Benefit Professional Primer, and I'm going to conceal any dark areas and any blemishes with my Estee Lauder Double Wear Concealer in the shade Warm Medium. I really like this concealer because it's got a really nice thick consistency, so you know it's going to stay on and cover up any areas that need covering. I'm just going to use my finger to blend it in. And it makes such a difference putting concealer around the mouth and around the nose. It just automatically brightens up your face. For foundation, I have my Illamasqua Rich Liquid Foundation in the shade 240. This is a really full coverage foundation. You only need a tiny bit of it and it blends beautifully, but you know it's going to stay on all night. So it's perfect for if you're going out for your Christmas party or New Year's party. And I'm just going to take that on my Real Techniques Expert face brush. And I'm just going to buff this into the skin really nicely so that it doesn't look cakey. I'm completely avoiding my under eye area because this is a really thick foundation and we don't want to put something quite thick on such a sensitive area. The thing I love about this time of year is knowing that I get to dress up quite a lot, put loads of nice makeup on and practice lots of different kind of looks. I don't usually use this foundation every day because it is quite full coverage and thick, but it is perfect for nights out, and I love wearing it because I know when I come home I'm still going to look the same and it's not all off my face. So it's a great foundation and it really lasts. Next, we're going to move on to the under eyes, and I really want this to be bright, a bit Kim Kardashian style, just because we're going for quite a dark, smoky eye look, so it's really nice to have the face really lifted. And I've got MAC's Prep and Prime highlighter in Light Boost. And I'm just going to fan it out from one point out to the rest of my face, under my eyes. And then I'm just going to take it on my forehead a little bit and down the centre of my nose. I know this looks a bit crazy right now, but we're going to blend it out and you wouldn't even know it even started like this. So I'm just going to take my MAC 159 brush and I'm just going to fan it out into the rest of my face and just blend it. I want to completely avoid the sides of the nose. And then I'm just going to continue to conceal under my eyes, and I like to conceal quite a bit because I have dark circles. If you don't have to do this step, but I'm just going to use a corrector, and I have Bobbi Brown's corrector in Light Peach, and I'm taking this just on my ring finger, again because it's just less pressure on your eyes because you've got sensitive skin there, and I'm just going to pat this over where I have my dark circles. The highlighter that we just used could be used as a light concealer if you don't need to conceal heavily, as well as brightening your eyes. And this can also be used as a concealer as well. My final step of concealing under my eyes is by using my NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in the shade Ginger, which is a shade or two lighter than my skin colour, but I've done that on purpose just because I want the bright under eyes. So I wouldn't really use this on my face on any blemishes, just on areas that I want to brighten. Again, I look a bit crazy, but we'll blend it out using my MAC 287 brush. This brush is great for if you've got a thick concealer and you want to blend it out without moving it around too much. So you just want to pat it so that you don't move the corrector that you've just put on before, and fan it out into the rest of your face. And then we're gonna set that with, of course, my favorite powder, my Ben Nye banana powder. I'm just taking this on my Real Techniques setting brush, which is perfect for under your eyes, getting in these nice little corners over here. It's not a really big brush, so it's perfect for this. And I'm just patting over my concealer to set it. Just again, so that we're not moving the concealer around. Going back to the 239 that we used earlier and the smut eyeshadow, I'm just gonna take some of this under my eye. You just want to make sure that it's all joined up to the top of your eye as well, all smoked out. Make sure it's all connected. Then I've got my L'Oreal Infallible eyeliner in the shade Black, which is a retractable one. I just find this really easy to use. And I'm just going to run this along my lash line. It doesn't matter if this is a bit messy because we want it to have that smoky effect. This is a great eyeliner if you're a contact lens wearer and you find that some of the black eyeliners wash out onto your contact lens, so you end up not being able to see. And I've had that happen to me many times and I've never had a problem with this one, so it's really, really good. I'm going to move on to my brows, and I have my Illamasqua eyebrow cake in the shade Thunder, and I'm just going to take this on my Laura Mercier brow brush. It's just an angled brush with a spoolie on the other side, so I'm just going to comb through my eyebrows. So I'm just going to draw a line from the bottom and then connect it to the top. And I'm completely avoiding this area at the front of my brows. Because with what is left on the brush and from the line that we created at the start, we're just going to push that product up into the front of our brows, and that just makes it look a bit more natural, less drawn on. And I'm just going to set my brows now with my Illamasqua brow and lash gel, and this is just so that they don't move around. Even if you're having a little dance or something, your brows aren't going to move. Now I'm going to contour, and I'm using my Sleek contour kit, and I'm just going to take my Real Techniques contour brush, and I'm using the shade Medium. I want a really strong contour, so I'm going to take it quite dark just here and then let it get lighter as we move further into the face. And we're just going to take that on the temples of our foreheads. Contouring is a really good way of like changing the shape of your face, adding a bit of dimension and slimming it a little bit. I'm just going to take this on the jawline as well. And I just want to slim my nose. Again, personal preference, so I'm just going to take this down the sides of my nose, all the way up to the top of my brows. And then just a little bit on the end of my nose. I like to apply my blusher next, so I have got Peaches by MAC, which is a really nice peachy, coral, orangey shade. And I'm just taking this on my Real Techniques blush brush. Then I'm going to go back to my Sleek contour kit and take this beautiful highlight shade on my Sigma tapered highlighter brush. And I'm just going to brush this on the tops of my cheekbones. I love these palettes because it's 2-in-1, really easy to carry, and really nice shades as well. I'm just going to get rid of a bit of shine, and to do that I've got my Illamasqua loose powder, which is one of my favourite loose powders. It's a translucent one and I love it because it goes on to any skin colour and it doesn't make you look washed out or give you a grey cast over your face, so it's really, really good. It still keeps all the colour in your skin. You only really need a tiny bit of this, and you just want to pat over anywhere where you may have some shine. The reason I pat instead of swoop over the skin is so that I'm not pulling any product off, I'm keeping it there and holding it. Right, so I'm going to move into my lashes, and first I'm just going to apply some mascara, and I've got my Maybelline Falsies mascara, which is one of my favourite mascaras. And you just want to take that a little bit on your bottom lashes as well, just for some extra drama. Now, no party look is complete without some false lashes, and I have my Ardell Demis in 120, and I absolutely love these lashes because they're so light, you can't even feel that they're on, but they've got all that drama that you need, so they're perfect. So once they're a bit tacky, I've just got them on some tweezers, and I just want to place them on top of my lashes, really close to my lash line. I just want to tuck them in at the sides. Once your lashes are on, a good way to make them look a bit more natural is by binding them together with your own lashes, and you just do that but just by pushing them together. Finally, for the lips, I've got a Shiramura lip pencil, and this is in the shade Brown 710. It's a really lovely nude and neutral lip pencil. I really like this pencil because it just glides on. It's really soft. And then for lippy, I've got MAC's Twig, which is a really nice pinky nude shade, which I think is perfect for this look. I think it would be a bit much if you had a dark lip on, just because we've got a lot of drama and sparkle on the eyes. So guys, this is the completed look. I really hope you like it. If you do, please try and recreate it, and I'd love to see it. And just have a great time at your parties, guys. Bye.